Okay, so I'm with my daughter today, so this is Sienna. We're just going to run you through some of those kettlebell exercises that we do on our kettlebell class, just so that when you're with us next time, it won't be so foreign. And we'll just go over some of the coaching points so that you know you're swinging your bell and doing the exercises safely. So my daughter's going to demonstrate the exercises and I will talk. So put up my Geordie accent again. Okay, so the first one we're going to cover is a simple kettlebell swing. Okay, so before Sienna starts swinging, first thing we need to do is make sure our feet are hip width apart. So they don't want to be too wide and don't want to be too close, okay? Holding the bell, we're going to hold it by the handle and you're just going to stay nicely relaxed. And from there, we literally just hinge back so we keep our core nice and tight. And as we straighten up, we squeeze our glutes. And with all the power comes from around our midline, okay? So we don't pull on the arms. So without the kettlebell, it just looks like this. With the kettlebell, Sienna's going to start swinging. Okay, so as she's swinging, her back line stays nice and straight. So that means her core is nice and tight and she's not bending forward and hurting her back. Okay, there's a slight bend in her legs, but she isn't squatting, okay? It's all in that hinge movement. And that bell's coming. 2 eyes or eyebrows, and her arms are nicely relaxed. So she just turns to the side. Okay, so she's just gonna go again. So she swings, that bell just comes through and it raises. Her back is nice and straight, so we've got no rounding of the shoulders, so she's protecting her back, and that is a perfect kettlebell swing. She can have a little bit of a rest there. So that's that. If you're practicing it at home, practice without that bell, so just getting that hinge and movement. A fabulous way to teach it is against a wall. So if you have got a wall, okay, I always stand in front of the wall, or I get my guys to stand, and you're literally just tapping your bum back against the wall. So with your swing, you'd be there. So that just gets you used to pushing your bottom back rather than bending and stooping. Okay, so that is kettlebell swing. Number 2 that we're going to look at, okay, is the squat. And I know that some of you have got bad knees, so we don't do the squat, but if you can squat, it's a fabulous exercise, as you all know. Okay, so for the goblet squat with kettlebells, we tip the bell upside down and we hold it by the big round part, which is the bell. Okay, again, that setup is feet hip width apart with your toes just slightly turned out. Okay, and again, everything with the bell is that hinge movement. So we go back, keeping our chest lifted, keep the kettlebell high, so try not to roll down as we squat and stand. Okay, so if you notice, Sienna's back stays nice and flat, so she doesn't round again, and we drive up through those heels. Perfect. So if you go side on Sienna, so if you see Sienna's back, up we go, stays nice and straight, that perfect angle. And she goes as low as she can. As she's squatting, she's driving those knees out as she goes down. Lovely, keeping that head up high. So there is your squat. Obviously, if you can't do a squat, I will give you an option, a variation on class, so try not to worry. Okay, so the other leg exercise that we often do is a deadlift. And again, it's that same hinge. Everything we do has that hinge movement. So kettlebells are great for this posterior chain. This time, we're going to bring our legs in a little bit closer, so they're kind of just under our shoulders. Okay, relax your hands again around the bell. So try and get her to grip the bell, because that just tenses these muscles up here. Okay, again, we're pushing that bottom back. And as we go back, we're naturally going to bend. Just go to where you're comfy and then stand at the top. Give your glutes a squeeze. Try not to hyperextend. We just stand, bend and stand. Okay, top tip with this one. As she goes down, she stays looking forward. Okay, so that makes her back straight. Perfect again there. Okay, so if you just do a dodgy one where she just leans, okay, that would be her back would round, and that's when you get a bad back. So if you squeeze those core muscles, push your bottom back, stay looking forward, so make eyes and stand. That is your perfect deadlift, okay? So those are, I think those are the leg ones. So we're going to go on to some of the upper body ones. So we've got that clean and press. We'll do the clean and press, we'll do a halo, and we'll do a high pull. Those are the ones that you'll see most often than not on class. So you can practice these at home, and I want to see some videos with you in. So the clean and press, we again, legs hip width, relax that hand. Okay, so I'll demo without a bell and then Sienna will come in. So all you're doing is pulling and turning that bell. Okay, so we're pulling that bell, turning it and tucking this elbow in. Okay, so you clean, bring it up, elbow is nice and tucked in, and then from there she's going to press it straight up in a straight line. So we don't want bells out of here because that's going to hurt your shoulder when you rotate your cuff. Okay, so we pull it nice and close and nice straight press up. Okay, so it's down, turn and press. Okay, so with the clean and presses, if you're new to kettlebells, you might find you get a bruised wrist around here. Unfortunately, nothing much we can do about it, but you can get like some wrist wraps. They do protect it just a little bit. So I think you get bruised wrists. Yeah. Sienna gets bruised wrists. I get bruised wrists, and the heavier the weight gets, the worse they get. But it's a good indication that your bell is in the right place, because your bell, when it's in that rack, should be sat there on that part of your wrist. So if it is on there, it's an indication that it's in the right place. So there's your rack position, elbow nice and straight, so that we can press straight up to the sky. So that's your clean and press. Sienna's just going to do 5 on each hand, so to give you a quick recap, and so I can make her work. I say, come on then, puppet. I say, so up, turn, make sure we're in that rack and press. One more, and then you can go on the other arm. You might also find, ladies and gents, if there's any gents, that one side feels quite normal and the other side is kind of not quite so coordinated, and that is perfectly normal. Say well then. Okay. So, after clean and press, one that we do a lot of and we do a lot of variations of is the upright row or the high pull. So this time, feet position again is that nice wide-ish stance, so feet under your hips, relax, so pull those shoulders down, so we don't want any tension in the shoulders. Again, a loose but firm grip on that kettlebell. Okay, and all we're going to do is you're going to bring the hands onto your chest, but have your elbows high, as if someone's pulling a string. So we just take it up and all the way to the bottom. Bring it up and all the way to the bottom. So nice and easy. Okay. The variation that we might do, so we're here, and I think we have done it on classes, we may do a single. So if you're doing a single, we raise that elbow out to the side, okay? Kettlebell still comes to the chest, so we might do single, then we might double it, and then we might do another single. But the elbows still come nice and high, and that bell still only comes to the chest. So that's your high pull or your upright row. We'll do a halo quite often, so drawing your crown around your head. So for halos, you're going to hold, walk closer, Sienna, the bell by the horn. So take your kettlebell, this is your handle. This bit where it joins is called the horn, and this bit is your bell. So for the halo, you hold the horn, so where the handles join the bell, okay? And we simply take it around the back of our head, step back, drawing a nice big circle. Okay, so this works our triceps, our shoulders, all the way into our back. So we'd go one way and we'd go the other way to work that. And I think that, other than that, we'll do tricep press. Do you know how to do tricep press? Okay, so for your tricep press, same again, by the horn. This time we're going to have one foot in front of the other, so slightly staggered, core nice and tight. We take that bell straight up to the sky, so those arms are straight, and we take it down our back and press up, okay? So I keep my elbows as close to my head as I can, so we don't want elbows flared. Elbows need to come in as we're pressing up and down. Those are the hardest ones, so those are the most technical ones that you will benefit from practicing from. And it really is, okay, once we get that hinge, then everything really will come as second nature. It's quite hard sometimes to get that hinge right, but once you've got that, everything will be fantastic. So get practicing. So set yourself a little routine. Maybe it's 5 of each thing that we covered. So 5 swings, 5 deadlifts, 5 squats if you can, 5 clean and press, 5 high pull, and just go around it. If you do any, get some videos up in your little online Happy Vibe group, and I'd like to see you doing them. Thank you.